guys, Jessica here with the Real Life 225 YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you are not new here and you are a subscriber or you have seen my videos before, welcome back. So today I'm going to be making a few different things for the holiday that is coming up, Christmas. I am going to make pineapple cookies. I'm going to make some Buckeyes, some chewy chocolate chip cookies. I am also going to make sugar cookies, and where is it at? There's one more. Peanut butter cookies, of course. Can't believe I forgot that one. Yes, peanut butter cookies. So these are all basic recipes. These are all recipes that, except for one of them, I've made before. I have not made the pineapple cookies before. Today is going to be the first, so it's kind of like a trial and error thing, and I'll see if I like them or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to start out with the pineapple cookies because I have not done these before, and I find them pretty interesting, and I do like my pineapple. So here we go. I have pineapple. It says crushed pineapple, but I can only find pineapple chunks. So I have my cutting board right here, and I have my measuring tool right here, measuring cup, that I'm going to measure out 8 ounces of pineapple. And then we have half cup of butter, brown sugar, 1 egg, and the brown sugar I'm going to be using 1 cup. So 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 cups of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda in this box right here, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1.25 cups. Now that's for the recipe for the cookies. Now for the icing that some people are making to go with these cookies, it calls for 1.5 cups of confectioner's sugar. And also it says you can add 1/4 teaspoon of lemon zest if you want to. I don't have that, so if I do make the icing, I'm not going to put the lemon zest in it. I'm not sure if I'm going to make the icing or not. I guess we'll see how the cookie tastes without it. So let's get started. What kind of treats do you like to make for the holiday? Throw them down in the description box below. I'm kind of interested to see all of the varieties that people make. Now, growing up, I did make a lot of different recipes with my mom for the holidays, such as cookies, holiday cookies. There were a few different ones. Also candies. There was a lot of different holiday candies my mom would make, like rock candy, which is something that I'm going to do this year. She would make the sea foam. They call it sea foam. I'm going to make that at some point. Not today. Yeah, there's a lot of different things that she made. So I'm going to get my pineapple cut up first. And if you're going to make the icing, all you have to do is save some of the pineapple juice from the can of pineapple so that you can mix it in with your confectioner's sugar. I'm all over the place today. Get some of these out. See if this will be enough. I'm going to chop this up first, and then I'll put it in my measuring cup to see if that is enough. if this is the amount that I need. I don't think it is, but almost. And also, you got to remember that with these cans, this one says 20 ounce, but it's 20 ounces of juice and pineapple. It's not 20 ounces of pineapple. Alright, that is 8 ounces right there. Add this little bit that's still on my cutting board. Set these pineapples to the side. Ooh, making a mess. Pot lost it. So I've just now started Christmas shopping. So we don't Christmas shop throughout the whole year, like, cannot afford it that way. So when the time comes around, and also, let me back up. So our boys change their minds a lot. I know other kids do too. So when this time of the year comes around, they want certain things. Now, guaranteed, these aren't going to be the things that they wanted at the beginning of the year or mid-year. If we say, hey, make out a Christmas list of what you want when Christmas comes around, they'll write something down, and then when Christmas time comes around, they'll be like, oh, wait, I don't want that anymore. I'm not interested in that anymore. I want this. So then if we'd already bought what they wanted or something off of the list, because we don't get them everything on their list. If we got them everything on their list, we wouldn't have money for the bills. So anyway, so yeah, they change their mind. Kids change their mind. You can't shop for them throughout the year and expect it to be what they want when Christmas comes around. All right, 8 ounces of pineapple crushed. Well, I chopped it, didn't have crushed. I'm gonna get a bowl, put my dry ingredients in. Two cups of flour. 1½ teaspoon of baking powder. Quarter teaspoon of baking soda. ½ teaspoon of salt. Brown sugar, my egg, my butter, my pineapple, and my vanilla, and I'm going to put them in my mixer and mix that all together until it's nice and creamy. Pineapple, 8 ounces. Brown sugar. 1 cup of packed brown sugar. So pack it in your cup. Well, I just broke the handle on my 1 cup measuring cup. Yay me. That's okay. It still works the same. Good thing I have more. Okay, 1 egg. And ½ cup of butter. Room temp. Vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon. I'm going to mix this with the paddle on my mixer and not the whisk, because I want to cream this up. Well, as you can see, this did not cream up. You can see all of the butter that had separated, but I think it'll be just fine. Okay, time to add my dry ingredients. So here's my mixture, fully mixed together, but as you can tell, it's a little goopy. So I want to put this in the refrigerator so that it can firm up a little bit. And we'll move on to the next recipe while this is in the refrigerator. Okay, now for the next recipe, Buckeyes. Got my peanut butter, my confectioner's sugar, my semi-sweet chocolate chips. I have the minis, which will work just fine. And then 5 tablespoons of butter. And I'm going to put my 2 cups of chocolate chips in this bowl, throw it in the microwave and melt it down when it comes time. So I'm going to get my cup here, get that bit of flour out. Get my broken cup. I can't believe I broke the cup. Anybody else ever broke your measuring cup? One of these. I mean, I didn't get a glass liquid measuring cup because I'm clumsy. And also my kids like to bake with me sometimes, so I didn't think getting a glass one would be a good idea. Alright. I think I'm going to see how much this makes. I might double it. I'm not sure. Just depends on, I haven't made these in a while, so it depends on how much it'll give me when I put the sugar in with it. Okay. There's my 1 cup. Actually, I should be using one of these rubber spatulas. Probably be easier. Trying to get out of the habit of just grabbing what's closest to me and use the right things. All right. I'm going to use this 1/2 cup measure for my sugar. Seems how I used the peanut butter in the 1 cup measuring cup that I had, which I should have used it for the confectioner's sugar first. Two cups of confectioner sugar. There's a 1/2. One. Two. 1 cup of peanut butter, 2 cups of confectioner sugar. Mix this all together. You could do this in your stand-up mixer. You can do it with a hand mixer, but just gonna do it this way. Now I'm going to wash my hands and then use my hands. Now I need to add my 5 tablespoons of butter into this also. Now if I was making this for somebody else, for a gift for them, you know, like a holiday gift, I would not use my hands. I don't know. It's just, some people are weird about that. But seeing how I'm making it for my house, I'll use my hands. It looks like I'm going to have to add some more confectioner sugar, because it's straight up texture of peanut butter right now. I'm gonna finish with my hands again. You want the consistency of this mixture to be like Play-Doh. Before I added more confectioner's sugar, it was the consistency of putty. But now, I can form it into a little ball. So, I'm going to get my chocolate into the microwave. Like I said, that is the easiest recipe today. Like I said, chocolate's going to go into the microwave, and I'm going to get this mess cleaned up. I'll be back with you here in literally a quick second. Okay guys, I am back, and now I'm going to make this mixture for the Buckeyes into a little small ball. And first I've got my pan here, and I'm going to put some parchment paper over the top of that. And just grab whatever size that I feel would be a bite size. So you just want to squish it in your hands like Play-Doh, and then slowly cup your hand and turn. Like that. Set it on my paper. And then I'm going to continue to make hopefully the same size with the rest of them. Now, you obviously have to use your hands to roll these up, but if I was giving these as holiday gifts to somebody that wasn't family, I would use gloves. So I'm realizing as I'm making these what size I want. So the first ones I started are a little too big for what I'm looking for. So I don't know if you can see the difference from there, but I'll show you. This one is smaller than this one. This is the first one I started out with. I want this size. So I'm just going to take some from that. And also these other ones that are too big. And reshape them. It would probably be easier if I had a cookie scooper, so then I would know that all of these are the same size. That's actually about the size that I kind of was wanting, but it's not looking like that. That's okay. Everybody will eat them. That's it. I got these all rolled out, so I'm going to just throw them in the freezer so that they can harden up. And it'll make it a lot easier to dip them in the chocolate. Be right back with you. Okay, it's now time to get the pineapple cookies onto my cooking sheet. I call it a cookie sheet. Some people say cooking sheet. So I'm just going to take my spoon here. And scoop out. And drop it onto the parchment paper. Just set them apart as much as you would any regular cookie you'd be making. These will spread out when they bake. So I've got 8 cookies on this pan. Putting them in the oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 17 to 20 minutes or until they're golden brown. Alright, next I'm going to be dipping the Buckeyes into the chocolate. But first I have to throw these back in the refrigerator so that they don't get warmed up to where they are goop. Okay, now these are a little more solid than what they were when I was rolling them out. I melted the chocolate in my microwave. You can do it on the stove in a bowl if you want. So I'm just going to take my round toothpick. Stick it in there. Dip it in my bowl. Don't twist it. If you twist it, the toothpick will come out. This fell right off. Now you can also take them like this. Put it in here and just cover it with your fork. And that happens. Now another way, because this isn't going to work for me today, it's not being my friend. Is just take it and dip it with your hand. Just move it back and forth. And then take your fork and scoop under and pick it out. And that works just as well. You can also just drizzle the chocolate over the top. It also helps if you put in some oil into your chocolate when you're melting it. That one worked out. Stick them in there and move it back and forth, side to side. I'm going to finish these up and I'll show you what they look like when I'm done. This is what they look like. Obviously this is the one that fell apart. They don't look perfect, but that is okay. I'm going to put them all in the freezer and let them harden up, the chocolate harden up on them, and those are done. Alright, now to take out the pineapple cookies. They're done. They're actually the consistency of dough, you know, of a bread. They're really light. Okay, so these are kind of spongy. I'm not sure if that's how they're supposed to be, but I did everything the recipe told me to. They're nice and golden on the bottom. They are done all the way. So I'm going to taste it. See how it is. They smell good. I could go for more pineapple, but the problem is it might mess with the consistency of the cookie. It's pretty good. I think next time when I make these, I'm going to add a little more pineapple to it, but I want to also add pecans or walnuts chopped up. I think that would be really good too. All right, on to the next recipe. So everything you need for this recipe you see right here on my island. And I'm going to be using 1 1/3 cup of flour, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, half cup of butter, room temperature, half cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and also, excuse me, set aside a half a cup of granulated sugar because we're going to roll the cookies around in them. 1 large egg, 3/4 cup of peanut butter, and 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. So first I'm going to put all my dry ingredients into this mixing bowl right here. So 1 1/3 cup of flour is first. Take my broken measuring cup and put it in here. Next is a half a teaspoon of baking powder. Quarter teaspoon of salt. Half cup of brown sugar. Actually, I'm going to put that in with my egg and butter and mix that all together. So we're going to move on to 1/4 cup of granulated sugar and put that in with the dry ingredients. Take my whisk and mix everything together. Okay. I'm going to transfer this into here. I want to use my mixer for my wet ingredients. I probably should have did that first. See, I messed up. It don't matter. Everything can be corrected. Packed brown sugar. Half cup of butter, room temperature. 1 egg. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. 3/4 cup of peanut butter. I've got my 1/4 cup measure right here. Then I'm going to grab my 1/2 cup measurer. It's kind of complicated to do it this way. Oh, there's the other batch of pineapple cookies. Better grab those out real quick. Now I'm going to put this down and whip it all together. Start on low. Okay, I think that's good enough. I'm going to add my dry ingredients to it. That's what you want it to look like Play-Doh. Okay, time to get these peanut butter cookies going. Ooh, way too much. Alright, got some granulated sugar in the bowl. I'm going to take and roll these up into a small ball. First, I should grab my parchment paper and line it on my cookie sheet here. Alright, just going to grab some here, roll it around in my hand just like I did the Buckeyes. Buckeyes are actually a more firm mixture than this is, so you got to be careful not to squish this too much. Put it in the sugar, roll it around, get it fully coated, put it on your cookie sheet. Now, when I'm doing this, I'm going to take my fork and press down in the middle. Now, I can leave them like that, or I can turn and do them this way also. Put it in the sugar so it don't stick. All right. Got a little, I call holiday pattern on there. And I'm going to continue to roll these up until I'm done. Better get my oven actually preheated. I'm going to preheat it to 350 degrees. Okay, and just like that, my cookies are ready to go in the oven. Once it's done preheating for 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I can't talk today. I can't talk any day. Anyway, so yeah, I think they're cute like that. And actually, that's how we've always done them growing up. That's how I was taught to do them. So peanut butter cookies, you can always distinguish which one is a peanut butter cookie. You don't have to try them out to figure it out. I'll be right back with you shortly. Okay guys, so I am going to leave the sugar cookies and the chocolate chip cookies for part 2 of this video. This video is already long enough. Let me grab the stuff I already made and show you what they look like. Well, if you're still here, thank you for watching all the way through to the end. We made it. Only 3 recipes done, but you know what? It's better than nothing. I wasn't feeling motivated when I got up this morning, but I ended up grabbing some motivation as I watched some of the videos that I'm subscribed to, and it got me motivated. So, yeah. That's why I do these videos. I try to do these videos to help people get motivated in doing things throughout the day. You don't have to cook. You don't have to bake to get motivated. But I guess for me, watching the people that I'm subscribed to, it motivates me a lot to get up off my butt and do something. So we've got the peanut butter cookies right here. We've got the Buckeyes, and we've got the brand new pineapple cookies that I just learned how to make. They taste good. The consistency reminds me of muffins, so it's a little different, you know, than the cookies I'm used to making, but they're good. Next time, though, I'm going to add more pineapple and probably some pecans chopped up or some walnuts chopped up. I'm not sure yet, but stay tuned for part 2 of this video. There's still a couple more cookie recipes that was left out. This video is long enough for me, so, all right, that's it. Have a good day.